Hello, good morning. And first of all, I wish you all a very, very happy new year. A very wonderful 2022, a year full of, mainly connection, love, and they say, my guides, well, the universe, the source of the universe, they say, let's discover our true self more and more, or start to discover our true self in 2022. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. So, the channeling about January 2022. It's already the 2nd of January. We had some parties the last 2 days. So, hello, gelukkig nieuwjaar! Yay! Hi, Vicky. So it's already the 2nd. So let's dive into this energy of January. What can we expect? Will we expect? Okay, maybe will we expect in January 22? Hey Lindsay, de beste wensen ook voor jou. Hello, Lutz. Hi. All these New Year's wishes, please send them to yourself too, of course. So, uh, think, what were we doing? The channeling of January 2022. So, first of all, who am I? You already know this, but for the newbies, my name is Veles Teves, and I use my gifts. My gifts are that I can see, feel, hear energy messages from the past, from the present, from the future to guide you and all of us to our golden life, our heaven on earth, our best lives, our true lives here on earth. And what we're going to do today, well, listen to the messages about January, the main theme, the opportunities, and also the struggles or the obstacles and all this. And at the end, we will go to personal messages for 3 of you. So to kick off this new year together, of course. So, first of all, I will connect to January. Who's all listening and where are you listening from if it's not in Belgium? And if it's in Belgium, you can answer this question too, of course. In the meantime, I will connect to Source for the main theme of January 2022. Whoa. Okay. I wasn't expecting all this. So I was connecting and I saw this image, like a video. And I was like in space and there were like all asteroids and things and they were clashing and not trying to hit me. I was trying to avoid them, in fact. And sometimes you have this in a game. I think we have this on the Wii, that you're connected with 2 of you and you have to try to slide through, or yeah, is it sliding? In fact, no. All these big rocks, and if you hit them, you go down and you have to get up as fast as possible. And it's almost like this view, only I was alone and everything was going well. It was 3D, of course. Everything was just, there was no structure or anything, and I was just there trying to avoid being hit. And they say, then I was like, what's the theme in this? Because my theme felt like chaos. And they said, but it's trauma. It's trauma. All these big rocks are all, and I saw this for the universe, for all of us, all these big rocks that are all traumas. And they say old because whatever was your trauma yesterday, it's old already. All traumas. And they say you can choose, it's a choice, or you can see all the trauma and you're like, oh, I'm afraid of being hit. Or you choose the main theme to be trauma release. And that's quite a big choice. Good morning, Miriam. I'm all dressed up for today. So trauma release, and they say January is full of trauma triggers. What are trauma triggers? Like, um, they show me this image of old coffins opening up. This is like, what is this? Halloween kind of thing. When I see old coffins opening up, the first thing that pops up is previous lives, things from your previous lives that are all of a sudden in the middle of your path. You want to just go forward, and there's this old life and these old traumas from this life and all these things, trauma from your family line. It doesn't have to be you, it can be your grandmother, your grandfather, or even before. um it can be unconscious memories, of course. Like, some people, they say, let's keep it simple. Some people, they say, have this really awful, they just say it like it is, awful mood when it rains. I do have this a bit, but okay. It rains and your mood is like, even if it just drizzles, you're like, oh my God, it rains. And it seems to rain in your energy too. And they say this is a connection with whatever you were doing. And then all of a sudden you couldn't do it, or it just fell into the water. And this memory reconnects you with every drop of rain you will experience. So, and then I'm like, this is so this is such a nice example, because the rain, it's like metaphorical. What rain is there still in your life? What's all there in your life that feels like, oh, everything is falling into the water? Everything is like, oh, they are really they are putting so many obstacles in my way. And then they answer, no, we give your energy, your goals, your life, we water it. Like the plants, they need water too. Your food, they grow it with the sun and the water and the earth. And everything that feels like obstacles for you, feels like trauma, feels like, bah, this is hard, these are growing chances. These are things that they say that if you go to your inside and you feel, what does it show me? What does it truly show me? If I go even deeper than my emotions, what's there too? Like, I was thinking of my grandma when I was talking about all this, and I was like, I'm really missing her, and I really, yeah, it wasn't like a nice way to die. And when I think of her, I feel the grief and I miss her and all this. And also I can feel the love. But what is it you want to remember? And how do you want to remember them? And which memories do you want to keep up here? So all this is about memories, they say. Go back to all these traumas and remember how it made you strong, how it yeah, it showed you things, how it connected you with somebody special. All this is memory too. And then you can say, like, all this is like, they say, this is a big soup. And before you want to eat the soup, you choose Will I mix it all together? Will I put out the bouquet garni? Um, I often forgot this before I mixed it. Will you do you want to eat it like this? Will you put in some extra pasta? Whatever you want, you can choose. So this is mainly about choosing to look at your memories. To You don't need to remember them, but to it all shifts. It's an invitation, they say, because the world will start to push on all these buttons. The world will push buttons, other people will start pushing your buttons, and it's an invitation, they say, to transcend your personality. Who are you truly? And this is quite a big opportunity. And I'm saying, oh, we're already at the opportunities. No, we're not. Hi Mirjam, ik was daar straks nog aan het denken, tuurlijk, dat is mijn trauma in dit leven. Ja. Hi Anne, beste wensen. Yeah, I will keep it healthy. Yesterday we had this talk. I saw my mother and father-in-law, and we wished each other the best for 2022. And we talked about health. Because my grandfather, my father-in-law, he in love. My father-in-law, he talked about first of all health, and all the rest will come. Because I talked about all the luck, all the I don't know what it's love, and all the happiness, and all the health possible for 2022. And he answered like, let's start with health. And I told him, let's start with health, and all the rest will be there if I'm healthy. And I told him, maybe it's just the other way around. Let's start with feeling lucky, loved, all this, and you will be healthy. And it's quite something to think about, feel. Hi, Mieke. Best wishes for you too. I was feeling, do I need to tell something about it? Oh, they want to talk about something. They say, whatever we wish for others, for ourselves, please wish it for yourself and then to the others too. January 22, all these wishes and all this, what we want in our lives and all that, meeting our personality and transcend our personality. And then they say you can go to what is reality, the real it's in your life, the real it's. And the thing is, if you transcend your personality, what's left? And they say so much more than there was before. And reality, it has this word real, the real you, the real more than you, and then you can see reality. And this is so important, they say, because often we look at something we call reality. This is like, the Big Brother TV. And then we just see this little, very little, even just a dot, they say. And if we transcend this me, this I, who you think you are, and you connect to your real you, that's much bigger than this body and this thinking energy and all this. This is so amazing big. Then you can find the real it's, the real thing, the real, and it's more than, it's not a thing, in fact, this energy that's so big that is just connected with everything. And they say, then you can have this, they are playing with this world reality, real I, and then this T. You can feel this tiny you and this big realm, this big, whatever energy you can call this, there's no word anymore. And you're connected. So January 22, and even the whole of 2022 is an invitation to reconnect with this bigger you, this real you, and this reality that goes way behind the eye can see and the head can think about, and even what you can feel, even what you can know, because you can only know the possible. What's possible? Everything's possible, but what's even beyond possible? I'm like, oh, this is like philosophy and all this. What's beyond possible? Well, the things and the energies that will be possible, but aren't yet. But the possibility of the possibility, and then they go even, and the possibility of the possibility of the possibility. Whoa, eh? Can you feel this? If you connect to all this, it's just like everything opens up. So, how? I'm a bit struggling. They want to go to the obstacles and the hurdles of 2022. But often I'm like, oh no, let's keep it positive. But okay, often they turn this. So, obstacles of 2022. Of January 22. Okay. I know why I didn't want to do this, because the first thing I could see was two people bumping to each other in the middle of the road. And when I saw this, I saw a lot of people like clashing. And they show me this like it happens physically, but they say it's clashing in their minds, clashing in their emotions, clashing in, yeah, they say this is all about seeing the differences, and this already is happening for months, in fact. But in January, it feels like fireworks in the clashing, and everybody has an opinion, a goal, maybe can be goals too. You're in my way to reach my goal. um, I don't like your outfit today. This is all you can see. We talked about this reality. This is all this little dot reality. Because if you see the differences, you're not connected. And people will feel the disconnect, this being of this disconnecting being. Oh my God, whatever. People will feel that they are disconnected with each other, and the clash is necessary to, yeah. If you experience this like a glass door and you hit it, then all of a sudden there's a glass door, and what are you doing? Oh, next time, let's just open the door. But a lot of people are mad at the door or at the architect or at, well, whoever didn't put something on the door to see this, like these little pictures or whatever, stickers. Are you mad at the other for not seeing yourself? Then you're mad at yourself. And if you're mad at yourself, because everything is a reflection, if you're mad at yourself, you don't see your true self. So again, this is the invitation to see your true self, to see beyond this reality. And what you will see if you do this is all these people who blame this door, this glass door, who will blame this thing out of themselves in the outer world, and don't make the reflection to themselves. And you will clash too, they say, even if you're like high energy and awake and whatever, all these spiritual words, because all spirit, oh my God, they're giving this lamp to this spiritual, religion. A lot of people do spirituality. Oh my God, my words, I'm a bit tired. And as a religion. And they're like all these words that are still putting you as something, and whatever happens to you as something in your outer world. We're like, oh, but this is meant to be. Oh, this is right. Oh, they're really sorry, they're slamming us. Um, but this is quite a big thing, because if you're like, oh, but this is meant to be. Oh, this is my guidance. Oh, this is, but you're not looking into and feeling into what is really happening. The sun is gone. This is better, I think. Um, okay, so you can understand the first theme. And they say, please don't analyze all the clashes. The first thing you need to do is to listen to your voices, because the voices you can hear at that moment, they will tell you so much about this big brother reality you're living in, and how to, and they say, escape this reality. It's like a game, and the goal is not to escape it, but to live your true life, your real life. Yeah? Okay, second obstacle. And an obstacle is just something that is in your way that you can jump over, go underneath it, or put it in a slide, put it to the side of your road or whatever. Hey, Vera, hello. Raising your energy again. Okay, so second hurdle, second obstacle. They say it's just like a glass door, you can open it. Okay, the second hurdle is, oh my God, I could see this really droopy face and this energy that's all, what does it all matter? And they give me this word of devastation. Devastation, it's quite a big word. Devastation, and they say, no, it's even worse, it's despair. And you know, we stepped into this new year, and a lot of us have good intentions. Let's lose some weight. Let's sport more. Let's have, oh, another really good thing often we do with everybody who is an entrepreneur. Let's higher our incomes or lower our expenses. All these things, and often six weeks later we forget about them, we put them aside. There's no goal anymore, and if we don't have a goal, we don't have a vision. We don't have like a vision on future, a vision on our life. How will we live our lives? And the first thing that happens is something like despair. Like if you step on the een weegschaal. Oh my god. Scale? Is it a scale? Taalfout. Ja, heel handig. I've got this translation. A scale? Well, good. You step on the scale, like today is the second. Imagine you stepped on the scale and you ate a lot because 2 days of party, maybe 3, maybe more. And we're already like, this is just drop it because it's not gonna work. And maybe you will try for another week because you have this reflection, I ate a lot and all this, but yeah, maybe I just want to eat cake, I just want to drink Coca-Cola, whatever you want. And you're like, maybe I could do something else. I have another year to think about this. This is what's happening with everything in your life. This is putting your life like on a snooze. You're like, whatever, let's see what will be on my path, on my road. And you're like, but you're not even on your path anymore. You just dropped it. You're like on the bench in the grass next to it. And that's, in fact, they say, a good thing. Because if you lost it, a lot of us will just run in all the direct directions they see. And then they were like, but how did I run? How can I get back to this point where I lost it? And they say, but when you realized you lost it, you already lost it because you were like running on this automatic pilot before already. You have to go even back, even more. Um, and they say, we don't want to do this. If we have to do this in a game, uh, go back 8 blocks or whatever. You don't want to do this. You're like, oh no. In real life, it's the same thing. No, get on the next to the road, get into the grass, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with the present you are right now, and then feel like, okay, the sun is right over there. You can have like the compass of the sun. Which way do I feel that I want to go? This road, oh, this is really attracting. Okay, but why is it attracting? Oh, because it's flat, because it goes down, whatever, because it's so nice. And that other road, there are a lot of forests and it's dark in there. And I don't want to go there because the sun is setting and all this. And then they are like, listen, really, truly listen to yourself. Maybe you want to just stay there. Maybe you just don't know it yet. So all this despair that's in your energy right now, or that's in the energy of your neighbors, your friends, your family, you can just choose to wait for a moment to reconnect. And then all of a sudden you will see like this little tiny path. And you're like, oh, this is a nice one. And you will just know. Maybe it's the first, maybe it's the second, maybe it's whatever. Maybe it's even going back because going back was going forward. And then all of a sudden, it's the same thing like when you found your house or you found the man of your dreams and you already knew this is the man that I will marry. This is the father of my children. This is the house that I will live in, maybe for just a couple of months, years, or whatever. You know this. And the same way is what to do in your life, the next step. Third obstacle. Oh, energie is oké, beetje emotioneel. That's okay. Waarom? Okay. Hello. I can't spell your name because I don't know the letters, but welcome. Third obstacle for January 2022. They often show me trains, and again in this month, and this is just the feeling of being at the dead end of the train, or like at the end station of a train, and it's just not a nice feeling because there's nobody. You're like all alone in this train, and you're like waiting. There's no movement. There's no flow. You're like, oh my God, where am I? And what should I do? They say, can you remember what we talked about when you had to go back, like at the end station? The first thing the train will do after everybody is out and it's time to depart again, it will go back to where it came from. This is what a train does, from station A to B and from B to A. And you're all alone on track. They say you're still on the tracks, but you're at a dead end. This doesn't go any further. What you're going to do. And you're depending on the train, you're depending on the driver, you're depending on others in your life. And they say, how do you feel? How do you feel when you're at a dead end? Your train is not going any further. How does it feel for yourself? And again, they say, you remember what we talked about this personality thing? You're like, oh my god, when is the train going to start? Did we lose our, our track, or did we? Where did we go? And there is no we. It's just you. And they say, no, it's you, yourself, and I. You're on this train with yourself, with your I, with your me. And they say, it's good to be on a dead end because they ask you, they oblige you, they said. They said, we didn't say ask. They're pushing you to get out. Get out, they say. Please get out of that, what you call your life. And it's not like to end your life, but to end whatever is your pattern. I wanted to say you're normal, but that's so like you're like in this every time, every day again. You wake up, you eat, you get in your car, you go to work, you work, you go. This is a pattern. Get out, whatever you need to get out of what pattern you dislike, and maybe you didn't know you disliked it. They say. But whatever feels like a pattern and whatever pattern feels like a struggle, this struggle will like be exploding in your face. And you're in just train and it's like a balloon getting bigger, 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 bigger. And they say, will you get out of the train? And then they say, but it will be like very, everybody will be very afraid at that time because they don't know what they can expect out of the train. And that's just a good thing. Expect nothing, and in the nothing, the emptiness, expect everything. But start here. Start with your true you. And you can only find it when you delete others, and others like, how can you what can you do for me, and please help me, and all this dependency of others, and reconnect with yourself, your higher self, all these parts, big parts of you, and that way you can reconnect to others again. But this being alone, it's very lonely at that time, and very it takes my breath. It feels like dying, and a part of you is dying. The part of you that shuts you down every time again, the part of you that brings you to this end station, and then you're like, oh my god, despair and all this. The part of you that's like, oh, please go back and live this, and please just do what they ask, and obey to your parents or your boss or whatever. And then they say is this is like you're in a movie, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's the door of the set, and I can just get out of the movie. Because every time when you put on this movie, like, I don't know which movie, Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, and you just put in the disc in the DVD player, they start again with the hobbits, you know. And if you see it the 10th time, they start again at this hobbit place. I don't know what it's called. And this is like your life. You're like at the end of this part, and then scroll back. And you go, scroll back. No, get out of the sets and live your life. But that's quite something, of course. I can see a lot of people who will be very afraid of doing this because it's pulling the plug out of, important things that you thought they were important in your life. And you will expect, the others, they're like, oh, you're going to quit your job. Oh, you're going to step out of your marriage. You're going, whatever you're going to ask. And it doesn't have to be this big. But this is an opportunity, in fact. It's hidden in fear. Often they are. So let's go to the opportunities and the chances for 2022. I like that more. Oh, again, I'm in space. But now I can see these big rocks, and this is like, um, it's it feels like I'm in a tunnel, and all these rocks are like they're entering the tunnel two ways, and they're clashing, and I'm like, oh my god, and there's all this, and then all of a sudden there's like this emergency exit. They call this the wormholes, and you can just have this nice, um, yeah, safe um, exit out of this tunnel, out of the dark. And what I can see was like the minute I stepped out. This is like exiting your film set again. Although they showed the film set to my left, and this is to my right, but okay. And the minute I'm there in this safe zone and all this, and you can see people passing through in both directions. Um, the energy is like golden flow. It's just like there's just something, you can just see a line of gold, and everything changes. All the energy changes. It's free passage. It's everybody is still stuck in the tunnel. You know this, when there's a car accident in a tunnel and maybe there's fire and all this, and yeah, a lot of chaos, and you just enter. And they say, you notice the word, you enter this free zone. First of all, when they talked about the challenge, you exited the chaos, and they say, no, we're changing it to you're entering this zone of golden flow, free energy, directions you can choose, and all this meeting each other. And this is just like if you meet two golden flow energies, it's like you don't have this body anymore, this thing that is holding you back. You do in the real world of in the earth world, they say, um, but you can connect like telepathic, and you can, oh my god, yeah, like this telelocation, like you're right now I'm in Belgium, and the next second I'm in Spain or in America, and all this is possible. Please enter this free flowing energy, and you will still have this life on earth, but it's just this little bit of you. And can you feel this? This is quite a big thing. A lot of people, they say, will be stuck in this reality because they want to help whoever is in the chaos. And they say, you can never help. All these caretakers, get a look into yourself and ask yourself, why do I want to take care of all the others? Because they see the emergency exits too. They see them, and you can just call it out. But how often did you shout to anybody, and whoever, and they like, just didn't want to listen? How often did you even tell something with a lot of feeling, and they didn't remember the day after? This is why you can only show them by doing this. And you're like, I'm opening the door. The light is above the door. I'm like, here is the emergency exit. Here is the entrance. And you just jump. You just jump. And then they can handle their fear. That's a big thing. When it's a real accident, of course, help them out of the car and all this. But this is metaphorically, of course. Second chance. Oh, chance. Okay. Oh. Again, I'm in space, but now I can see from Earthy View. I can see the space, and they say, look at the sun, not just the sun. There's more than one sun. And it's important that to look at this, yeah, source of light, warmth, energy, love. But there's a lot of guidance for us too in these energies. And whatever a sun may be, they say a sun represents birth. That's true, in fact. It represents birth. Like, I love gardening. If you put your seed into the ground, it needs the earth, it needs some water, and what else? Sun or light, but in fact, sun is better, of course. Vitamin D. Um, the sun, without the sun, there is no rebirth. So this is really important. And they say there will be a lot of potential energy for rebirth. And then they show me like people with like 8 arms and all this, and they say this is what's gonna happen, not like physically, but your the opportunities to do in your life, to live, will be like so amazing. If you have like 8 arms and you wanted to clean out your house or do a lot of work or whatever, can you imagine how fast this is going? And then you can see people with all these eyes, and you're like, I want to see, I want to see whatever needs to be seen in my life. I want to see students. Oh, I'm learning this with these eyes. You can see what's possible, and all these like weird, strange people, that is us, because we can connect to higher sources and like be power superwoman and superman. And whatever you want to do with this is an intention. So it starts with intention. In January, I want to realize this. I want to be able to do that. I want to, and then they say, first, change why you want this. Because I want, this is like Santa Claus. What do you ask him? This is not a Santa Claus. This is your life. What will change in your life? What will you do to activate this energy? Start with this intention and this activated energy, and you will have like 6 arms, 8 arms, two legs. We do have 2 legs, 2 working legs. They say then whatever this is, skippy shoes, all is possible. Everything's possible. 10 lines to your ancestors or whatever. Everything's possible. But you have to see, they say, the opportunities, act with intention, and you will have all the guidance you need. Whoa, that's a big thing. Last opportunity. And they say this is a special one. Okay. Oh, I closed my eyes and I saw this fish tank, this aquarium full of fish, nice fish. And then all of a sudden, it exploded. And what do you feel, in fact? I was really happy when it exploded. It was like, wow, freedom! But a lot of people were like, but will the fish die and all this? And they were like, it depends. It depends. And I'm like, oh, what does it depend? Because my first thought was, it depends on where the aquarium is standing. Is it next to the pool? Is it next to the ocean and all this? And they say, you can see already what limiting beliefs you have because you're thinking like a fish. They're really funny now. I was thinking like a fish, like, oh, I need this water and all that. And they said, what we wanted them to see, to show, but you have to go beyond the struggle at first, is, can I fly? Can I fly? They say, if the birds never thought about flying, we thought we never flew. And they will never have been flying. My son, my youngest son, he always tells me, "Mommy, one day I will fly without anything, whatever." And they're telling us this is January 2022, people. Get out of the impossible for you and think the impossible is possible. Think beyond what you can do and just imagine what you could do and just start doing this. So, this is really like, and a lot of, we're with so many different people. Like maybe you will clash into somebody who's telling you, "I want to fly," and you're like, "Oh my god, this is like, oh, they drank too much, whatever." But the first thing that will happen to you is you won't believe your own possibilities. And the gift, like my gift, is I can connect to source. Your gift is something else, and another gift, like maybe you can connect to source too, but it's a different way of connection. All this is, these are gifts, and they say January 22, you can see your gifts, you can live your gifts, you can get to know them, and they will be there even after January. But if you're like looking at somebody else, laughing, or having this judgment about what they long to have, or they wish for their gifts, or wish they could do, you sabotage your own. So please see opportunities. Let this, all, I'll talk to the children, they say, all these amazing dreams they have, and then be a child again yourself. Like, oh yeah, one day I will fly, one day I will kiss the sun, one day, blah, 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 blah. And then they say, start doing this today. Start having this feeling you can fly. And whatever this feeling of flying may bring you, this is why you had to feel it's possible. So they say, I'm like in this movie of Mary Poppins now. If you can fly because you laugh, you're flying. True? And this is quite good movie perhaps to watch. And oh, there are a lot of movies, but they're on this uh, how is it called? They're on these horses, and they just escape, and they're just in the. This is so nice. Even like she opens her bag and she puts out all these things. It's not possible in real life, but we all enjoy the feeling. We look at it. Oh, it's a movie, and they say, "Is it? Is it a movie?" A lot of movies were made to see what's reality, and then we see like the real television, and this is not reality. Please turn your heads around. They say you can try to do this physically, like an all can do. Whatever you visualized as a yeah, as a child, whatever you can visualize right now, and we can all visualize these things thanks to movies, thanks to our imagination, thanks to the little people in our world, the children. Please see the world in possibilities and not in, oh, maybe this. Can you feel the difference in energy? It's so fun. It's so happy. It's so, hi, Sophie. It's so, I'm like, okay, let's do Mary Poppins this month. Who's into the Mary Poppins energy, and what will you like uh, get out of your bag? What is in your bag? What is? How will you create your life? In fact, this month, and please keep doing this afterwards. Maybe I should put on this movie again. Who will? What will you do? Maybe this is good intentions too, they say. Maybe just put it in reactions. What life will you live when you're like, oh, if I would make a movie with myself in the main as a main character, how would the movie be? This is what you the movie of your best life, of course. What would you pull out of your bag? What would you do? Would you be flying? Would you be yeah, would you own a bank? Would whatever? And this is a good way to start 2022, they say. Ik ben meer into Matilda. Ah, Matilda. That's great too. Matilda. So we have 2 movies already. Matilda and Mary Poppins. And maybe if you have another movie we should watch in 2022 to remind ourselves of the living the impossible possible. Oh, let's just do this. Let's share this. Full of possibility. Ja, Lutje. Deze energie voelt goed, voelt zalig. Ik voel me stilletjes aan herboren worden. Yeah, this is rebirth. We talked about the rebirth. But a lot of people will clash. Think about the glass doors. And they're mad at the glass doors. And they just not seeing, they say, that above these doors, there's an open window and you can fly through. And all this, all the opportunities. See, like, oh, there's like a brick wall and you can fly through. You can just fly through. You can just walk through. You can just, this is like almost, maybe we should see the Matrix too. Like, oh, this is all ones and zeros. And I'm ones and zeros too, because this is just physical body. This is not the real me. And I can tell, how do you say this? Just go from one place to the other because you understand the ones and the zeros. Teleport. Yeah, is it teleportation? You're like, whoops, and I'm just there at the other side. This is in fact possible, they say. People are doing this. And even you can go to other time frames too. It's possible, but if you tell yourself it's impossible, you tell it to your possibilities too, the gifts you have. I never knew anybody who did this, but in fact, nu is er een nieuwe Matrix. I already saw it. I don't know how, but we saw it on our television. Maybe I don't know how we did it. Maybe I did. I don't have. I shouldn't say this here, but I saw it. I saw it. It's not so good as the others. That's my opinion. It's the like a reflection back on the Matrix. But I liked it. In fact, I liked it because it's like it's been several years to 1 and 2 and 3, and it's like diving into your picture, your albums, your photo albums, and all this. And yeah, it's this woman kind of movie, in fact, a bit, but okay. Let's dive into the personal messages then. Before I'm talking a bit too much. Personal messages for 2022. Who would like a personal message for January 2022? And everybody who's watching, I'm doing this workshop about 2022 too. Normally it would be on the 8th of January. In Dutch it is. But I don't know if we can have a physical live event workshop on the moment. So if you know we can do this physical, then I can just give it a go. If we can do this, it has to be online, but I would rather want to do it physical. But okay. It's already online normally, but okay. So, who wants this mission? Ik vind Star Wars films ook lekker. So Star Wars. I never saw Star Wars. Personal messages. Lutje. Lindsay. Hilde. Hi, Hilde. Vera. Sophie. Miriam. Vera. Vraag eens aan Angelique. Ah, good idea. Good idea. Vicky wil er ook in. They say this is so nice way, such a nice way of talking about your personality in the third person. It's like this we often do this, my husband and I, like we call ourselves our you have this number in numerology, and the first letter of your name, like then like I'm a 6, V6 feels this V6, she wants to say this, and then you're like disconnecting with like yourself, and you can see whatever struggles he or she has, and by doing this you understand yourself so much. It's such an opportunity to um, talk about yourself in the third personality, in third person, and to do this with you. And it's hard because often you say me, I, and then it's no, V6 feels like this is a struggle, or this is whatever. And this is so nice because I'm not Veerle. Veerle is just this tiny little piece of me. And then you transcend whatever you call Veerle. So so nice. Vicky, that's already wat is dat cijfer achter onze naam? Cijfer? Een cijfer? Hebben jullie een cijfer? De tijd? Nee? Ik zie geen cijfers achter jullie naam. Of bedoel je wat ik daarnet zei? So the V6, it's your if you can find your number if you dive into, maybe my husband, he wants to give all these courses about all this. I will ask if he wants to do a course, a workshop about your number, and you can learn a lot about your number this way, and what struggles your number has for you, but also the opportunities, all this. He's going to do a lot of workshops normally, and then he is like, but he's W effect. W5 is like but yeah, he's going to do a lot of workshops, and I think you will love them. Also about the talking zegels, talking zegels. What is zegels in het Engels? Stamps? Is it stamps? No, I don't think so. Talking things and all this. Iedereen heeft cijfers. I don't know. I can see them. I will look at them in je jubileumnummer. Oh. Oh. Okay. I didn't know. I can see them. Ik krijg er een soort medaille voor. Maybe it's something new. I don't know. Stamps en postzegels. Ja, het is dat, hè. Klopt niet, hè. Whatever. Sulking. He wants to do sulking. He wants to do maybe the numerology, and a lot of things about this awareness, this conscious being, this super conscious, subconscious, in a really different way, because what I do is connecting to source, and what he does with all this is looking at it from a scientific kind of view also, and combining a lot of scientific backgrounds, like astronomy, mathematics, even physics, and all these things. He combines them all together, and then you get this amazing view on who am I. And I'm struggling with it big time. He too. But it's really amazing to get to know you this way. So I will ask him, and I will let you all know. It will be in Dutch. Ik zie dat ook niet. Okay. So 3 of you, please don't call them persons or all the. It's about you will get a message, from your higher self, from your true self, from your light self, whatever you want to call it. So I will just use my pen because I can't choose. I don't want to choose, in fact. Lindsay, you're the first. Lindsay. For January 22 from your higher self. Of course, I see rabbits. When I see you, I see rabbits. What I can see is like this really big hug for you because you had this amazing year in 2021, but it was quite a hard year. It was quite like the floor dropped underneath your feet and you had to start all over almost. And now they're talking like, first of all, please, January, please don't try to work too hard, to go too fast, because January, first of all, is all about this flushy plush, like cuddly and yeah. You know, when your little rabbits, they have like this real soft, furry, yeah, feeling. This is the most important you should feel in 2022 in January, because if you connect to this warmth, to this love, to this comfortable feeling, in fact, you will never go too fast in 2022 because that's quite a thing for you, and you will know what to choose when there's a choice, and there will be a lot of opportunities, but not every opportunity is a chance, and then you have to choose, because will I do this, will I say yes to this, or will I choose another opportunity because that opportunity holds the real chance for me? And that's important. So first of all, always have the feeling of being hugged with your higher self, like in this really nice hug. And if you can feel this, only then get out of bed and start doing, acting, whatever you need to do or want to do. First, connect with this. I'm so loved. I'm so loved, because you are loved. And that, in fact, you needed to hear also. Love yourself, because your higher self, if she doesn't feel the love, I call it a she, but okay, then it's like in this earthy life, things will feel like obstructions and hard work and not fulfilling and all this. Feel the love. My God, Lindsay, so nice. So, second message, the golden pen. Oh, ik word vader en mijn vrouw Sandra verwacht een derde kindje. Oh, proficiat! Wanneer? Wanneer ongeveer wordt het een zoontje? Mogen we dat niet zeggen? Oei, dat mocht ik misschien niet hardop zeggen. Het voelt als een hele krachtige mannelijke energie, maar dat wil dat niet zeggen. A lot of times when I feel yin energy, it can be a girl too. September. Oh, spannend. Oh, I dreamt that I was pregnant this night. Maybe that's because I was already connecting with you. I don't know. I was pregnant and somebody was, like, do you say hitting on me? Yeah. Okay. Dankjewel, ik neem hem mee voor de rest van de maand. You're welcome. No name, it's just like 3 centimeters away from everything. On it is. Moons. Message for January 22 from your higher self, your light self. Oh my God. They're just, I don't know if you moved already, but they're opening up every window, all the doors of your home. They say, please, your home needs a bit of refreshing energy. It's stagnating energy right now. And they say, breathe in. You stopped breathing. You're like, if you're living in anxiety and fear and waiting till whatever happens, you stop living. And they say, please open it all up. Let the energy flow through your home. Breathe in, exhale, breathe in again. And then you will see this amazing path. I can see this path, and it goes through this really beautiful garden with this little in Dutch it's a prieeltje. I don't know what it's called. I will look it up. Prieeltje. Gazebo. Is it really a true word? A garden house. Yeah, but this really nice thing. Gazebo. I don't like this word. It doesn't have the same feeling. But this love house and all this, and you go further in the road, this path, it brings you somewhere. But first of all, feel the energy, feel life, hear the birds, see the suns, and go out. And they say, if there's any fear in your life, to say like, okay, there is fear, but I do it anyway. De vraag was of dat je live mocht een workshop doen, Angelique. Momenteel. We zouden dat wel willen doen. Wat zijn de voorwaarden om live een workshop te doen? Last one. They say, can you hear one? Can you be one with all these parts of you? And one with all? They say, can you be one with emptiness? Because emptiness is full of possibilities, of opportunities. Mooi, dankjewel. You're welcome. Graag gedaan. Hoeveel personen? Wow, niet te veel. Een stuk of 12 max. 8 à 12, 10. Zoiets. I don't know what this is. No, I don't know what. Is it a website? I don't know. Is it spam? Hello, who are you and what are you trying to tell us? Okay, so last personal message for January 2022. Who will it be? Really? I don't know. Spam it is. Okay. Thank you, Angelique. What do I do with this spam thing? Not showing it? Sophie. The first one, it didn't hit a name. Sophie, where are you? Sophie. Oh, Angelique, you want a message from your mama? Of course. Yeah. But I'm going to do this personal, okay? The minute you entered, I could feel your mother. So I will just give you a message in person. Who was it? Sophie. Sophie, where are you? Sophie, here you are. Personal message for 2022 from your light self. Oh my God, Sophie. They say January 22 is full of opportunities, possibilities. And if you feel you need to do something, whatever, please do this. And what I can see is, I know you make these amazing jewelry. If you dream about it, if you can see it, just please create it, talk about it, put it online, do these really amazing things, because everything you can see, you can feel will be sold. and you can have this amazing um, income in January 22 if you want to, if you feel like it. And this is like, they say you have to make this if you want to, um, give it this name. Like, this line of jewelry is called infinite whatever, eh? And infinity, maybe it's just infinity. And then you talk about it, you make these amazing pictures and all this, and they say whatever you want to do with your, please don't call it work, uh, with your creations, this is the same energy in your life. You want to go out, you want to go on a holiday, this is possible. They say what you do have in, we talked about the 8 arms and all this, you can have this amazing creativity, creative energy, but also be creative with time, with resources, with all this. So creativity, yeah, yeah, without any restrictions. And this is, they say, when you did this before, it was like, will anybody wants to buy this? Will there be, will they, first of all, you had this question from anybody, and then you will make it. And now they say, please turn it for this month. I dare. I dare you. They're like, really, please get out of this comfort zone and get into this high energy, guidance energy, and you will feel like you're not creating all of whatever you're creating. This can be physical things, it can be time, it can be everything, even money, it's energy. You can just print it, of course. We can't. Maybe we can. Huh? Limiting beliefs. Huh? Just turn them around, be creative, and have this wonderful month. And they say, will it stop when January is over? That's a limiting belief too. Angelique, yeah, Miriam, yeah, it's not nice. It's just before New Year's Eve. Sterke creatieve drang. Volg het. Follow this energy source. Doing Sophie. Yeah, Sophie, go, 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 go. And then they say the first thing you could feel is Sophie is like, oh, maybe I can have this month with, I don't know, like 20,000 euros. She didn't think that. But that's limiting, because what will, this reminds me, my mother-in-law yesterday, I was with my parents-in-law, and she told me, do you know you can have these parking lots right in front of the door of the shop and all this? And I'm like, I'm doing this already for like 20 years, I don't know, 15 or 20 years. And I was like, huh, didn't you know this? Of course. And then she talked about, she went to this city and she was asking for this parking lot. And she was thinking, I will be glad if I can find a place to park my car inside of the city. Even it's like just at the corner or the outer, the parking lot, the farthest away of anything. Where did you find one? Exactly at that spot. Why? Why? Just ask the best place there is. I often ask like this big place. I'm a woman that can't park, I admit. So I ask big parking space. So I have all the space to turn in, or to, even if you have to like park in at the in this direction of the road. Oh, I just, blah. I start to sweat and shiver, and there's a car behind you. I don't like parking. So I asked, like, give me a double one, or the last one in a row, or the first one in a row. And then it's just easy. And what happens is often this car just beyond or in front of you, it drives off. And I'm like, oh, this is even easier. So ask the best for you, just in front of the store when it rains, or safe spots or whatever. And all this you can do. But if you start thinking, oh, yeah, maybe just there or there, that's good too. Hmm. No, the very best is just enough for you. So do this. Liefde dit jaar. A lot of love. A lot of love and connection. For you, liefde. Oh, it's already there. It's already there. Please don't stop. Don't stop like, oh, will I? No, it's already there. If attraction is like I attract somebody or something or whatever, and this wants to be in my life too, that's attraction. You're like, oh, I'm already connected with it, and that's like magnetic energy. That's attraction. That's manifesting. You don't do it all. You work together, and it's if it's working, you're not doing it correctly. You're like, oh, I can already imagine this. I'm already feeling this, and whoa! And then think outside of the box, because if you are, I often have these clients, and they're like, I want to attract a new man in my life, and then the first thing I say is it okay when once I had this when he is bald? I don't know, but you would never look at the bald man. And that's quite a thing. And it really happened with one of my clients. And it was an amazing love story. But she really told me, I'm so glad that you told me about this because I saw a bald man. So see the opportunities, see all this, and attract. If hair is really important for you, visualize a man with this really nice koep. Ik kijk nooit naar het uiterlijk. Okay, so what do you want at the inside? And the outside is important too. If you don't want to lay in the same bed because you're like, ugh, or the smell is bad or whatever, we do have to look at some things. You are attracted to the inside because you see the outside too, of course. Voel welke energie bij mij past, of course. It's always the energy. It's always the energy. But you will see the glow from the inside on the outside. And if you can see that, you will find the outside attractive too, of course. And if you don't like the outside, listen to the messages. Listen. But you can be quite specific on whoever you like. That's okay. I want a man, I want a da, and be very specific. What do you want them to have? I want a man who is into energy too, or to esoteric things or whatever. It's okay. Ik wel, Anna Sophie, is maar een onderdeeltje. It's a little part. The outside is a part of the other too. And like if you look into somebody's eyes, you already know. But it's an important part. Like love is an important. You have to get into bed and sleep together. If you really like, I don't like this or that. There's something that is not connecting to, and I think you can only fall in love when all of it will fit. And maybe it's like for me, my husband is like almost 2 meters. I never expect that. And I never thought about such a big man in my life. And at first I was like, I can't kiss him. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not something I would drop him for. Of course not. It's easy to have this big, strong man in my life. But I never asked for this. But I can see a nice, a wonderful person. And I can see it's nothing ugly or something like that, of course. But I was disappointed that we're for dancing, for kissing. It's just the height difference is an obstacle. But it's a really opportunity, really nice thing in all these different parts of our lives. And I'm small. I can pick the things from the lower cabins, and he's picking things in the higher cabins. When we share a closet, we already know the kids, and when we are on a holiday, the kids, we go from height. So once when the kids are older, I have the cabins, the parts of the closets uh, closest to the floor, I think. But of course, that's all okay. So whatever you wish for, imagine it, um, feel it, live it already, but also don't focus on it like it needs to be this man with all this magnificent hair. That's not the most important. So it's like connecting to it, but not holding on to it like it needs to be exactly this. Maybe it's even better, some way or another. Ja, of course. It's for how the energy feels. Waarom heb ik iets met steenbokken en dat matcht niet met tweeling? Maybe you should learn something from them. That's quite thing. And you have the ascendant thing too. Like my husband, he's bull, is it bull, stier? But he really doesn't have this energy the same way. He's more like the lobster. What is his second? His other sign. So, ben ook een steenbok. My mother is also. Yeah. So, oh, it's already 12 o'clock. I told my husband, oh, I will be back at 12 o'clock and we can eat all together. How long is this? Oh, 1 hour, 20 minutes. I'm really sorry. We are like going on and going on. I could go on for hours. So, dear people, Angelique, let me know if we can do workshops with like 10 to 12, 15 people or something. If you know, I wish you a wonderful January, full of seeing the suns, the feeling, the guidance, doing whatever you feel doing. Let yourself being pushed forward, get out of this train, and please enjoy life. Please live. Start living if you feel you're not living, and say yes to so many opportunities if you feel it holds a chance for you. Have this amazing January, a kickstart of the rest of 2022. Bye bye. Okay, thank you, Angelique.